Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, here at Ivy Talks Podcast Network, we're doing a subscriber giveaway. We'll be doing a giveaway on the 1st and the 15th of every month for $50 for a random subscriber. All you have to do to enter is subscribe, comment on any video, and you'll be entered for a chance to win. And once you do it once, you're entered for life. And it's going to be on the 1st, 15th of every month. A random subscriber will be chosen to win $50. As you grow, that money will go up. So go ahead, subscribe, comment to enter. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, the precipice. This is officially the last episode before the playoffs start. The next one will be officially after the season is over, and we'll be recapping and kind of going over the standings once everything is officially set in and the brackets, etc., etc. But before we do all that, we got one more for you guys. All right, so let's get straight into it. We're not gonna go over the overall stand. We're not gonna go over the conference standings. So we're just gonna go straight into statistical leaders, and then we'll just kind of go over the overall picture since the conference stuff is kind of irrelevant at this point. So statistical leaders, we have a last minute switch in the points per game leader. Nafisa Collier had pretty much led it all season. She has officially been surpassed. Asia Wilson is the league leading
Yeah,
points per game, but we still have a couple games left. Minnesota's not looking too hot right now, so it looks like
yeah,
Asia's going to keep it. But Asia Wilson, 23.8 points per game. Rebounds per game, we have Angel Reese at 12.6. Assists per game, Alyssa Thomas, 9.2. Steals per game, Gabby Williams, 2.3. Blocks per game, Angel Wilson, 2.2. Field goal percentage, Hamby, 57.6. Three-point percentage, Rupert at 44.7. Free throw percentage, Sabrina Ioscu at 93.2. Minutes per game, Kelsey Plum, 35.1. Turnovers per game, 3.9 for Angel Reese. Overall standings, we have Minnesota Lynx at 1. Atlanta Dream slides back up to 2. Now, record-wise, they're tied, but I think because of the point differential and their matchup series wise in
yeah.
season, Atlanta is
Up,
ahead.
yeah,
But depending on these last 2 or 3 days, Aces could move to the second spot. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. But
yeah. At this point,
yeah, Atlanta Dream at 1, Atlanta Dream at 2, Aces at 3, Phoenix Mercury at 4, New York Liberty at 5, Golden State Valkyrie at 6, Indiana Fever at 7, Seattle Storm at 8, and first team out is still the LA Sparks. And I'm pretty sure that the top 8 teams, I'm pretty sure are set, even if Seattle Storm loses their last game and the Sparks win, the Sparks will only have 21 wins, and Seattle already has 22.
well,
So
the
I don't.
last that I saw was 1 through 7 was secured.
Yeah,
That's the last that I saw. So
that's what I was looking at. But even I was looking at the records. Even if Seattle loses, they still are 20. They still have 22 wins. LA only has 20 wins right now. They only have one game left, so they can't even tie it win
yeah,
wise. Um, but I'm sure that'll be official. It just might not be updated, but that'll be official here within the next day or so.
yeah.
So, coach of the month last month of August, Becky Hammond, Las Vegas Aces. They had a 12-game win streak in the month of August. Phenomenal. Western Player of the Month, Adrian Wilson, obviously. Eastern Player of the Month, Alicia Gray. Player of the Week this past week for the West, Alyssa Thomas. And the East Player of the Week, Ryan Howard for the Atlanta. Some quick league news. Nafisa Collier, third player in WNBA history that had 700 plus points, 50 plus steals, 50 plus blocks. Camila Cordoso, 40. She reached 450 points and 300 rebounds there. Aja Wilson, most 30-point games in a single season in WNBA history. Shout out Aja. Las Vegas Aces, 14-game win streak. Absolutely phenomenal finishing out the season. Citron set single scoring record for Washington Mystics. Jackie Young, fourth most points in franchise history for the Las Vegas Aces. And Alyssa Thomas, most assists in a single season, passing up Caitlin Clark and the record she had last year. And last but not least, the class of 2025 Hall of Fame inductees for the WNBA, Sue Bird, 13-time All-Star, four-time champ, three-time assist champ, eight-time All WNBA, played for Seattle, absolute legend.
Sylvia.
Sylvia Fowles, Jesus, MVP, eight-time All-Star, two-time champ, two-time block champ, three-time rebound champ, four-time Defensive Player of the Year, 11-time All-Defense, eight-time All WNBA, two-time Finals MVP. She played for Chicago Skies and the Minnesota Lynx. Again, another legend. Shout out to her, Hall of Famer. And last but not least, Maya Moore, MVP, six-time All-Star, four-time champ, scoring champ, steals champ, two-time All-Defense, seven-time All-NBA, and a Finals MVP. Played for the Minnesota Lynx. Absolute dog and a walking unit. So shout out to them for making the Hall of Fame. And some performance alerts. AJ Wilson, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block in their win against Minnesota, head-to-head matchup. Another 30-point game, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, four steals, 3 blocks in their win against Chicago. Paige Beckers had a 27-point, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, four-steal game in their loss against the Golden State Valkyrie. Hamby had 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal in their loss against the Atlanta Dream. Ryan Howard, 37-point game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal in their win against the LA Sparks. Kelsey Mitchell, 29 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals in their loss against the Phoenix Mercury. And Breonna Stewart, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 blocks in their win against Seattle. So shout out to those. I think for performance alerts, I'm going to cap it at 6. I'm going to keep it around 5 or 6 because obviously I could keep going.
Yeah, you go on and on.
I can keep going. We got some absolute dogs, but I'm just gonna keep it about 5 or 6 there. MVP odds, betting odds, interestingly enough, not all of them, not all of them, but there are some, I believe, DraftKings. I don't remember the actual betting platform or the organization, but there are a good handful of betting odd places that have Aja Wilson overtaking Nafisa Collier as the favorite to
Mm.
win MVP after this phenomenal finish to the season that Aja Wilson's having individually as well as the Aces as a team. Nafisa Collier still at second. Some platforms still have her as the number one in odds to win. And then at 3, we have Alyssa Thomas there. So now that I've rambled off all this BS, go ahead and take the reins, Coach Diesel.
Well, obviously playoffs is starting, so it's exciting. I saw you post the playoff schedule on your Instagram story, so I'm ready to get into some playoff basketball. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Aces are they're blowing me away right now. 14-game win streak, and on top of that, they beat Minnesota, who not too long ago, 2 months ago, about blew them out by 50, and Asia had
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
So they kind of got their revenge back. And not too much has changed in the rankings. And like you said, pretty much the 8 in are going to be the 8 for the playoffs because I didn't realize that the Sparks were, well, I mean, it's not that far behind, but with only a game or two left in the season, it's far behind to not even squeeze into the playoffs, even if Seattle lost the rest of their however
Right.
many games they have left. Um, I don't know. I don't really got much to say. It's been kind of wrapping up how kind of we predicted. Oh, well, Caitlin Clark, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said out for the season, so I'm pretty sure she ain't even finna play in the playoffs. Um,
Yeah, they're
so
shutting her
that's,
down.
yeah, that's a big loss for Indiana. So I'll definitely be watching them to see how they handle. the bright lights without her, because this will be the first time they've made the playoffs without Caitlin Clark since she's been there. This is what's her second or third year?
Oh, this is her second. It's just her
Second
second.
year?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So it'll be the first time since she's been here, even though they made it last year, it was a quick exit. But we'll see
yeah.
if they can maybe survive. And
And that was a big question we were having last
hmm
pod was, do you shut her down for the regular season, try to bring her back playoffs? Do you shut her down for the season and look towards next year? So we were kind of wondering what they were going
yeah,
to do.
I guess they just bit the bullet and just
Yeah. She's
not gonna
young.
let her play playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I actually, looking on it now, I actually agree with because you don't want, obviously, intensity in playoffs is a lot higher than regular season. You don't want
Mhm.
her playing 70, 80% and something worse happens
Right.
to her, like, you know, blown knee, whatever you want to call it. So
Yeah.
I believe it's a good decision. And then yeah, the MVP odds with Asia and Nafisha, I think it'll be interesting. Um, I think the only thing that Asia has the edge over is her run by herself, and then the fact that the run she's having is also helping the Aces win 14 in a row.
Right. Yeah. The run she's having individually has literally brought the Aces from being the first team out at the 9 seed to jumping up to being tied for the second seed.
Yeah, because I actually saw the stat on their win streak. Their last loss was that blowout loss to Minnesota,
Yeah. With now, I think that's when they were. I
like
don't
eighth or
remember if they
ninth.
were. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember if they were ninth seed at the time, but they were. I remember talking about them being the first team out earlier
Mm-hmm.
on in the season, and they were lower than ninth at one point.
Yeah, I think they were at like shoot. They started off the season not great at all. I think at one point they were like 11th actually.
Yeah.
And they kind of just slowly kind of crept up and then they made it and then they fell back again. And I don't know, I guess that loss against Minnesota just sparked some in them and they haven't taken their gas or their foot off the gas. So that's
Yeah.
the only piece that I can see Asia winning. Um, but I mean, it'll be definitely interesting to see. I wonder the different sides will be if Asia wins or if Nafisha wins, how people would take that. Because I'm now everywhere I'm seeing NBA analysts are saying that Asia could win it again like she did last year and just this and that. So I don't know. We'll have to see till like the actual day the voting's done and they chalk it up. But either
Yeah.
I'm okay with either or because they're both insanely talented players.
Oh yeah. I literally don't even know like which way it's gonna go. I think it's that close. So
Hmm.
when it's that close, if either one winning, it's like it makes sense, regardless
Yeah.
of who ends up winning. So yeah, you got
Yeah.
the number one seed by 5 or 6 games that's been dominating the entire season. You're talking about one of the best offenses, one of the best defenses, and it's led by Nafisia. Okay, that makes sense. Or if you go Asia, well, yeah, because she took the team from 11th to second in a 15, 16 game win streak, after dropping 30-point games night in, night out, and then even dropping 50 points, even though they got blown out by 50.
Hmm.
I
She
mean,
only would have showed up like,
right. She
oh,
still at least showed up, even in the losses. She's still dropping 30 plus 25, 30 plus points. So, so then it's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense because she rallied the team up from 11th to second. If that's
yeah,
not the most viable, I don't know what is. So it makes sense either way.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, either player winning will be fine. I mean, there might be a little bit more history behind Asia. I don't know all the way back of how many MVPs that'll be and if she if she will have the record or
Like
tie
for
it.
a three, it'd be a three-peat, no? No, this would be a back-to-back, right?
It might be a three-peat because I know she won it the first time they won their chip, and then when they won it again, she won MVP. So it might be a three-peat.
I'm looking right now.
Mm.
Uh, let's see. No, it won't be a three-peat. It'll be a back-to-back.
Or back-to-back.
But she won. Her first one was in 2020. Her
Mm-hmm.
second one was in 2022. She was
Mm.
third in 2023. She won it last year, and this would be a back-to-back, but it'd
Who
be her
won in
fourth.
who won in 21?
Uh, I think it was Brianna. Oh, Jacqueline Jones.
That's right. That's right.
Brittany Garner was runner-up, and then Brianna Stewart was the 2023
Mm-hmm.
the one I was thinking of.
Man, Dallas is 9-34. Jeez.
Well, since you brought that up, let's get to it. I had some stuff in the discussions because now, for these teams, pretty much if you're not top eight, season's done, right? And I like to always wrap up the last episode kind of talking about these are the bottom three teams, right? And we'll just
Mm-hmm.
go one by one, starting with the team that finished last in the league. And this is kind of a weird thing to judge. So we're talking about the Dallas Wings. They went 9-34. They won. They didn't even hit the double digit mark in wins, right? Offensively, they were 10th out of 13th. Defensively, they were last. 3-point percentage, they were last. And field goal percentage, they were 11th out of 13th. And the reason why I think this is a weird one is they have an absolute superstar in Paige Beckers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And being dead last, they're gonna get a lot. They're gonna have a
Another.
lottery pick.
Yeah.
So you have a absolute superstar that is playing phenomenally individually, and now you have an opportunity to get a top four pick. So my question is, if you're Dallas, how are you handling this season in terms of, okay, she needs help. You're gonna have the ability to do that with an immediate first round pick, top four. And then obviously they're gonna probably make moves in the offseason. But if I want to talk about what Dallas needs to do to turn the tables because it's not like they just don't have us. It's like weird because they have. You can look at Pitt and be like, well, they obviously have their guy or their gal
Mm-hmm.
for the next 15 years if they want. She dropped 44 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
She's consistent. She's averaging over 20 plus points. So she's doing the
Yeah,
damn
she's
thing.
consistent.
She's consistent. You gotta capitalize on that while you can, or she's gonna want out of there. So
That's true. Because I know we had this discussion kind of like earlier in the season. Well, I think first things first, they just need basically a whole shooting session, camp, whatever you want it, because being dead last in field goal percentage is insane. Because if Paige Beckers is probably the only reason they're not dead last in field
yeah,
goal percentage. Honestly, it's hard to say. I mean, first and foremost, just keep Paige happy. But I mean, basketball in general is changing from where it used to be playing the inside, then out, but now it's, or wait, did I say that right? Outside in, inside. Point is
yeah,
that basketball is now being played toward finding a legit post player is hard. So I think for Dallas, they need to take some of the offensive duties just a little bit off of Paige. So she's not expected to drop 30, 25, 44 every night or every other night. Like I think they need
They got remember they have Enrique
That's
Ogunbowale.
true.
I
But
think what
I
they
mean, she
I think
hasn't really like I haven't heard, maybe it's just because Paige is on Dallas, but I haven't really heard much chatter about her. But I mean,
she's had some records. She's averaging
that's
15 and 4.
it is true, but like yeah.
She's not
It's
shooting the ball very well though.
yeah, I
She's
think
30% from 3.
that's horrendous.
I think they need an athletic 4 or an athletic 3.
Yeah,
I
that's what
think
I'm
you pick that up in
thinking.
the draft.
Yeah, and, I don't know who's coming in, honestly. I don't know this draft class, but I know there are some athletic fours or athletic bigs. I believe Stanford has one, and yeah, Stanford's the only one I can think of right now that has like a athletic 4 or 5. But honestly, the main goal right now is just to make sure that you keep Paige happy. Cause
Yeah.
like if she ain't happy, if they have like another season like this, even with the new pickups they gain in the off season with the draft and trades and all that stuff, and you're still 9-34, Paige is gonna be knocking on the owner's door and like, I want out of here. Like send me somewhere else. So, I mean, you gotta keep the superstar happy and then yeah, like you said, athletic 3, 4. Maybe even another big too, just so Enrique and Paige aren't overloaded with the offensive load. That's what I think.
Now let's talk about this next team. Chicago Sky. They're one game better. 10-32. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, they are 12th out of 13th. Defensively, they are tied at 11th. They are the worst. They are last in turnovers, so they have the most turnovers,
Thanks a lot.
and they are 12th in points per game out of
Uh,
13. Now, obviously, Angel Reese, Cordoso, I think is a good pairing with the 4 and the 5.
And then they got this season they picked up Haley Van Lith. Angel Reese and her played at LSU together, so that's a little bit of like still chemistry they got there.
And then
Um,
who got hurt? Who was that? Was that Vandersloot? Or was that somebody?
yeah. Yeah, I think it was Venezuela. I think she like tore her ACL.
So I think a healthy. It's hard to say. I think a healthy Chicago's because Vandersloot is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think a healthy Chicago team is better than this, but I don't know if I think you keep this core. I think you keep
Mm-hmm.
uh was it Van Lith,
Yep.
you keep Cordoso,
Mm-hmm.
you keep Reese,
Mm-hmm.
you keep Vandersloot. That's your
Mm-hmm.
4 right there, your core 4. I'm still a little bit confused and upset that they got rid of Kennedy Carter because she was an absolute shot creator, which
Yeah,
I
same.
think is what they're missing. I think they're literally missing a Kennedy Carter type player.
Yeah.
Um, Look at this roster.
Um, but obviously too, like we were talking just on Instagram about like the Angel Reese stuff.
Her comments,
Yeah, her comments, her attitude. I mean, yeah, I would say the star of the team, but not for basketball reasons. I'll just put it at that. I mean, she a good player. She in the league, but her field goal percentage is
it's
horrible.
better.
It's better, but still not where it needs to be. And I think every single pod that we've done, she's led the league in turnovers.
100%.
So she definitely needs to clean those two areas up. And I'll agree, we have talked about that. Her field goal percentage has gotten better, which is good to see. Um,
She's
but
up to
like
45%. We talked
if
about it. That's kind of where she needed to be.
if she can get it up to shoot 50%, she'll be unstoppable. And if she can clean up the turnovers, then well, she'll be good. Um, but obviously just like she just needs to clean up her personal act. Because I think we both know as athletes, you never want to play with like that type of player who
Mhm.
has this high ego and thinks that every y'all are losing because it's not my problem, it's everyone else's problem. So I think
Yeah.
she needs to clean that up because I mean, Van Sloot, Haley, Van Lith, all them. It's a good good four, especially if they can play like Vandersloot and Haley Van Lith with Cardoso and Reese as a four and the five. And I'm mad too they got rid of Trinity Carter because Trinity Carter could have been the legit point guard, and you got Haley, Vandersloot, and then
Yeah.
reason. So I think they need like a steady point guard, not just someone who can play point guard, but that's not their main position.
Hmm.
Um, and then, you know, good little bench, and I think they'll be good. Um, and if they're like you said, Vandersloot gets healthy, Angel Reese cleans up the turnovers, stays at 45, maybe increases a little in her field goal percentage, I think they'll be really good next year as long as all that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll figure it out. I think it was just her emotions high. She's competitive, wants to win, and
Yeah,
she
they've
said
been
stuff she
like,
didn't mean because she did. I think she did end up putting out an apology, and she didn't
yeah,
mean it,
she
and they
did.
fined her. But
Mhm.
yeah,
And like,
emotions run high. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But yeah,
yeah,
you gotta keep that. That's locker room stuff.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
locker.
I will kind of, I see where she's coming from. Y'all been dead last pretty much her first 2 years there, so I kind of get it. Um, but yeah, it shouldn't come outside of the locker room.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, Connecticut Suns. They did one game better than Chicago.
Just
11
all.
and 32. Offensively, they're last. Assists, they're last. Effective field goal percentage, they're last. And their defensive rating is tied for 11th. So third to last. And we all know the Connecticut Suns pretty much gutted their team. They're in a rebuild. So I don't really even know how to judge this season since I feel like they're just gutting this season and they're like, okay, we're not really worried about this year, but it's this next year because we're about to make some moves is really what they're looking at in terms of actually making some moves because it's not their best season, right?
Yeah. I
Um,
honestly have no idea where to start because after they gutted their team, I was like, what's happening? The fact that they actually ended up 11 and 32 for completely gutting their team is actually,
Not the worst.
yeah, not the worst. I mean, yeah, it's not that bad, but because
Yeah,
right
they
now,
got
the only thing I can think that they have a good foundation on is Brittany Griner. I mean, that's their.
Brittany's
Wait,
with
no, my bad.
yeah, she's moved to she's Atlanta.
That's right.
Yeah, they got Tina Charles.
Oh, man. Well,
Hmm.
shoot. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I guess just get what you need. Because it's hard, at least in the WNBA, for to find a legit post player. Just in girls basketball in general. Um, I don't know. Get some. Obviously, you need to share the ball more because moving the ball helps scoring. So, I mean, honestly, they can create, just coming from a basketball mind, they can create a above average team. But if they're known for passing the ball, then I can kind of see that working. But
If
Connecticut's
I'm
done. I have no.
if I'm Connecticut, I'm doubling down on defense. I'm just gonna try to get the most athletic, defensive,
Players.
passionate players, and then just create offensively create a team ball team. So you might
Mm-hmm.
not have like that one person that goes crazy. I mean, you got Tina Charles, so you can set your
Yeah.
team up like that, but it might not be like a one person that just goes stupid all the time. It might be by committee, like a Indiana Pacers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton is their guy, but he's not a high volume scorer
No,
because
he's a
they're
yeah, he's
they're
passed first.
they're a very well versed team. I feel like if I'm Connecticut, I hunker down defensively, and then from there, once I got a solid defensive team, work on team ball, and then from there, now that you have a defensive foundation, you can start in either free agency or future drafts, start picking up your offensive weaponry after you
Mm-hmm.
solidified a strong defensive presence. But that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, I
We'll
can
see.
see that happening because you get turnovers on defense, creates easy offense. Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, Connecticut's a tough one since they just completely gutted their team. Um, because you have, I mean, besides Tina Charles, it's kind of hard to really pan out what they should do because at this point it's just picking and choosing who you think will fit together as a team. And if then that doesn't work out, then you start just again figuring out from there. That's why it's hard rebuilding
Yeah.
any team.
Yeah, their most utilized player requested a trade too
Mm.
before the deadline, and they denied it. Marbury,
Yeah, I would too.
Marina Marbury, her usage is the highest usage on the team is 31%, right behind Tina Charles is second. But fantastic. Well, lady, oh my gosh, she shoots 27% from the three. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet, but for the regular season, we're going to wrap it up. This has been another episode of the WNBA coverage. We will catch you guys in the playoffs. All right, deuce.